Alright, so these next two wars I took on vacation. So this is our strategy right here. Getting hit to build power. Now the trick is you want to build your power level by taking a certain amount of hits, but you don't want to reach 0 health, which lines up with certain death right over here. So you want to build your arrow or your line graph in this direction. However, you do not want to go too far or you will die. All of these fights were taken outside of a market basket because we were up by the beach and the hotel had only 2 bars of service and the Wi-Fi was constantly shutting off and turning back on. And everywhere else I went, it was only a maximum of 2 bars, mostly 1 bar. So outside that market basket had full service. And yeah, so that's where I did my fights. So let's get into it. This first fight here, well, technically I had a void fight before this, but I forgot to record. I did not have time to check this guy's animations, and I could not find a duel to practice him. So I definitely just kind of said fuck it and winged it. And the one thing Water told me was to not do, well, my first light and my third light would apply debuffs, so he said mediums or heavies only. And I was like, all right, well, let me just parry him and special to him, and we'll see if that gets the job done. And then naturally I'm gonna get hit there because I actually forgot that the node itself turned off defensive ability accuracy. So I thought my parries would stick. They didn't, but luckily Blade is just a beast, so he handled the fight no problem. And then next up we got Maestro on Burden of Might. Now Jelly's taking this fight, so I had a video to work with. His is going to go far smoother than mine does. I believe he finished his in like somewhere between 25 and 30 seconds. Mine's going to be like, I think 45 seconds. I am going to try to copy what it is that he did though, which was parry heavy to build power and just special twos. Unfortunately, this Maestro ends up getting glancing. I think it's because he threw the special. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how he gets glancing other than getting 10 of his little cosmic circle charges there. So I'm just going to stick to my special twos and let my bleeds build my power. I think it's going to end up being 4 special twos in total, and he is going to throw this special two of his, which I made sure not to trigger deck so I didn't lose power. And he does go down fast, just not as fast as Jelly. And we ended up winning this one. It was a it was more deaths than we're used to, but luckily Bolt had a bad war because I think they just dropped 2 against SGA. So luckily they had their bad war against us. Next up, going into SSX here. This is kind of a no-node Adam, although again I was on vacation, so I was definitely overthinking my fights here, and I was afraid of this fight unnecessarily because it ended up being very easy. But throughout this war and the last, I am going to get hit to build power. I think I get hit in this one too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get hit right here. Yep. So I get pushed to the special 3. I didn't want it, but he's almost dead. And then I think after the special 3, I'm gonna bait a special before I finish him off. This was actually a lot easier of a fight and a lot less scary. I knew I had to wait for the pod. Pod deactivates, and then I think he throws this. Yep, does. Just gonna wait for him to come in. He's pretty much dead, and he drops there. Next up is Hulk. The one thing I had to watch out for in this fight was him going unstoppable. Last time I took a Hulk here, he went unstoppable during an SP2, and he didn't decide to punish me once the animation was done. So I didn't want to take that chance again here. So I'm just going to pay more attention to it this time, but I am going to get hit right here. Just figured I'd let myself get to a special 2 easy. Go straight into the special 2 animation. I'm watching his passive furies there. This Hulk was very special happy, but this is kind of a nothing fight. Okay, so now he has 13. Now he has 14. I know that once he gets 15, he's going to go unstoppable, so parry, he goes unstoppable, run away, and then I am going to get pushed to special 3, but I don't end up needing to use it. Next up is this Sassy. So originally I had Void assigned for this and for the Photon on the Regen Mini, but my Void's only R5 and I didn't have the dust to R6 him, and I suggested just bringing S99 without the anti-venom synergy because I needed Odin's for my next fight for Blade, although I applied them before the Atom fight, and luckily my officers here, they know how comfortable I am with Spidey, and they trust me enough to allow me to make the call on whether or not I can do a fight like this without the synergy. Not the Sassy fight, but the Photon Regen Mini. Because normally I want to invuln for that fight, and normally I start with the Wither. But this war I'm going to end up needing to use a PS1. This Sassy is a nothing fight. I mean, it's whatever, turn Wrath off. But this war I'm going to end up needing to use a PS1. So what I did was I put max inequity and max resonate on. So during the Photon fight, if I end up getting the weakness from resonate along with max inequity, at least 6 debuffs, I will end up giving her a 49% reduction in her attack. So that way, if I happen to get hit, which I do, naturally, just trying to build some power, you know, if I do get hit, it doesn't hurt that much. So in the Photon fight, I do end up eating a heavy and eating a special 1, and after that I kind of get things under control. I get my Wither applied, and then from there it's just normal Photon fight on the node. This is the second time I've taken this Piggy here with Blade, and this time I felt went a hell of a lot smoother. He doesn't end up reaching a special 2 in this one, and I don't end up reaching my special 3 in this one. Last time I fought him, both of those things happened, and I had an invuln on, so I tanked the special 3 from him. But he was very special happy in this one, and I was very aware of my power, so he doesn't get past 3 spider nonsense. I think maybe 4 tops, but I'm pretty sure he's going to die here soon anyway, so I think it's only 3. But this time was much smoother. I was pretty happy with this fight. And then next up is the Photon fight. So, so I use a PS1. I have big boosts on. This is SSX. We are tied record-wise. So the winner of this goes into first place, basically. Eat that heavy right off the bat. That was pretty solid. And then I think I'm going to eat this special 1. Nope, but it is going to be a special 1 coming up. Yeah, so I get my Wither. I'm good to go. And then I know I'm going to eat a special 1 at some point. I just don't remember when. But now I'm pretty much set up. It's just a matter of hitting her block, getting her to back up, building up my debuffs. The normal Photon stuff here, right? And then just not getting hit. But I do eat the special 1. I think it's this special 1 because it's the block thing, yeah. I'm like pulling her back and forth over a bar of power, which I don't want to do. This one right here, yeah. So I was pulling her back and forth over a bar of power. I didn't want to do that because I'm losing my ruptures, and I don't want her to build up too many regens because I need those debuffs in order to prevent her from regenning too much. So that whole situation of pulling her back and forth was not ideal. It was not what I was looking for. But now she has less than a bar of power. I'm able to build up my my ruptures, and from here it's just going to be a standard Photon fight after losing a solid 42%, all in the name of building power. But I'll let this one finish out. It was a good war with SSX. Good luck for the rest of the season to Bolt and SSX, and thank you for watching.